In the last video, we created a simple class using GDExtension. Now it is time to learn more about how class and methods are registered in Godot. Godot uses an internal class database. This database contains information about every class, including which classes are available, which methods they have, and whether they are visible to GDScript or only to the engine. So when we are working with GDExtension, we deal with different kinds of classes. Some classes are abstract, meaning they are not meant to be instantiated directly. They exist only to inherit by other classes. We also have internal only classes. These classes are used only inside the GDExtension library and not exposed to GDScript. And of course, we have regular classes. These are the classes we want to expose to both GDExtension and GDScript. They appear in Godot editor and can be instantiated from GDScript. To register a normal class, we use the macro GDRegister class. When we use this macro, Godot adds this class to its class database, and also it will expose in GDScript. So now let's register this class as virtual. You can do this by using the GDRegister virtual class macro. I compile this, and now let's see what's the difference this make. In Godot, I still have my GDHello node just like before, and everything works without any error. The main difference with this type of registration is that the class is no longer appear in Godot node list. You can still create and use this node in other ways, and you can also inherit from this in GDScript. That's the main difference of the virtual class in Godot. Now let's register this class as an internal class. Internal class in Godot are used for types that are not supposed to appear in GDScript side and are meant only for internal use inside the GDExtension. To do that, I use GDRegister internal class macro. After compiling, you'll see that the GDHello class is no longer recognized in Godot editor, and Godot report an error for that. So now let's see how an abstract class works. Here I create an abstract class that has a pure virtual function called doSomeWork. Then I create another class that inherits from this abstract class and implement this function. After that, I create the function bodies. And I register both classes. I registered the first one using GDRegister abstract class, and I register the second one like a normal class. In Godot, you can see that the abstract class appears in the node list, but you cannot create an instance of that. The class that inherits from it can be created normally. Now let's bind doSomeWork function so we can call it from GDScript. I bind this function inside the abstract class. In bind methods function, I use ClassDB bind method to bind it. The first argument is the method, which creates a method definition struct. This struct contains the function name and its arguments. Since this function has no argument, I only pass its name. Then I pass the pointer to the member function from the abstract class. After recompiling, the method becomes available in GDScript, and now I can call doSomeWork directly from GDScript. We can also bind method with argument. As an example, I create an add function which adds 2 integers. Then I bind it like this. One thing to notice here is that when I compile this code, the types of the input parameter and the return value are deduced automatically. If the type is something that cannot be converted to the variant, or in another word, if Godot does not recognize the type, you will get some compile time error. And that was it about how we can register classes and methods. There are other type of methods like virtual methods, which I will discuss in the future video. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section. Have a good time. Bye.